Alrighty, let's see. So we need to get this all set up. Alright, so we're going to have a couple of tables here. We got movies, users. Movie ID is the primary key with unique value for this table. Alright, title is the name of the movie. Okay, that's to be expected. Here we go. Rolled too fast. We got 3 tables. Now, just because it has 3 tables does not necessarily mean you're going to need all 3. When you get further along in these problems, it's kind of like word problems, where you're going to be given a lot of information and you need to decipher, is it pertinent? Is it important? Do I need it? Or is it superfluous, extra, to distract? Something like that. So let's see. We'll kind of get going real slow and let everybody kind of drop in here. All right, so we have movies, users. I haven't even checked to see how is sound. It looks all right. Am I coming across loud enough? I haven't restarted my computer in a while, and that tends to hinder the microphone because we used to be up in red and now we're upper green, maybe a little yellow, but all right. Hope everyone can hear me well. Hope everyone is doing well today. So just like we like to do, just to swim around in the data. And so and then we'll go over and we'll look at finished up after our company left yesterday. I sat back down and cleaned up our solution for yesterday. All right. Then we have, I still haven't fixed mine. So we have users. So who's user who? User who? User ID is the primary key. Column name varchar. Need to increase the volume a little bit. All right. I feel like I'm talking a little low, but let's go ahead and do that. Advanced properties. Let's go up to, I'm going to increase it by 25% and then let me know. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Is that a little bit better? And then I can go 25% more. How's that? Still need, I feel like I'm talking a little bit lower. Is that any better? I can increase it by another, probably about 30%. Because if we go much higher than that, I'm worried about it spiking when I hit hard sounds. But let's see. Okay. You just let me know if it gets better or worse. All right, awesome. Thank you. I don't know if I've seen you here before, but welcome and thank you for being here today. All right, so now we have users. So the user, they get a unique ID and a varchar. All right, so their name, they get a name and an ID. Then we're gonna look at movie rating. Who's in movie rating? Movie ID, user ID. So is the primary key with a column of unique values for this table. Movie ID and user ID. Interesting. Okay. The table contains a rating of a movie by a user in their review created at the user's created at is the user's review date. All right. Well, that's all pretty self-explanatory. So let's see the correlation between these two. So if we want the movie title, we're going to need here and here, and if we want to know who it is, here and here. All right. I think we're getting it. All right, write a solution. Thought I was going to need to sneeze. Actually, let's just bring the volume up a little bit more. Oh, I know what happened. Whenever I use another platform for audio, I was on a different stream yesterday. Yeah, I just raised it another 25% and it didn't really move. All right, so I'm going to have to do what I did last time and uninstall and reinstall the mic. That is really weird, because I did this last time when I had a meeting and I was on Teams and I was on like River platform or something. All right. Okay, so find the name of the user who rated the greatest number of movies. In case a tie, return the lexicographical smaller username. I believe that means the equivalent of a shorter length. Let's double check this. Lexicographical. All right. Lexicographical means in a way that relates to dictionary or is sorted in a way that uses an algorithm based on alphabetical order. Interesting, because, okay, the example is A comes before bananas, so alphabetized. So the rules for alphabetical order. Lexigraphically. Interesting. Lexigraphically. All right. So here we are. So then so it's two queries. Find the movie name with the highest rating in February 2020. In the case of a tie, return the lexicographical smaller movie. Okay, interesting. So let's go ahead and get started. So we need two, and this is a medium one, but this is kind of pretty normal. All right, here we go. Find the name of the user who rated the greatest number of movies. Okay, so we need movies. We need movie ratings, so we need to look and see what this is. Movie rating. All right, let's bring this in, see what this looks like. So basically, if we hit this table, we see all the ratings. And the first question is, we need the name of the user who's rated the greatest number of movies. So if we think about this, count star. And we have, there are 9 ratings in this table. Now, let's see. User ID. Since we have, so count is an aggregate function. So remember, whenever you have a aggregate function, you need a group by. And I forgot some syntax. Here we go. Let's try this. Not sure how to do. Interesting. All right. So now okay, and what happens if there is a tie? So we know about row number, we know about rank, we know about rank density. So we need to remember and or look up rank density. But right now we need to order by as total. Order by total. Run this again. And we want descending. Don't forget, it defaults to ascending, so smallest to largest, and we want the reverse because we're looking for the user with the greatest number of reviews. So we know where it is here. So now we have another. So we need to bring in join user on as MR because we have movies, we have users, and we have movie ratings. So I'm going to do MR, bring in user, join user as you on MR dot user underscore ID equals u dot user ID. All right, let's run this again. So now we're going to get, and oopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie, what we got? User underscore ID, user underscore ID, users. There we go. Always have to make sure that you have the right table name. And this is, you're going to get used to this, seeing this all the time. So this means I have user ID here and user ID here. So I need to tell, because they could have different data. So that's why that's pertinent. It's like, hey, I need you to tell me which one to use. So we're just going to do u dot to differentiate between the two user IDs, because we're going to actually, as you see on the output, we're going to have user ID twice. User ID, and then, oh, we didn't do star. If we had star, we would have had user ID twice, but we've already been selecting. So here we are. And now I need to add user ID name, or sorry, username. So comma user, and the name of the column is name. And let's go back. Hope everyone is doing well today. All right. And I missed a group by. And okay. Now, so if we have, so we know that, so what is our rules? So we're not rank, we can't rank, because we could get 1 and 1, but we need to rank it by, so I think this feels like a row number. This feels like a row number issue, and then we need to partition by name, and then order by name ascending. So let's just get into it. All right, I want to number them here. Now, since this is an aggregate function, I think we may need to do row. We may have another problem. All right. Yeah, because actually because this needs to be, yeah, I'll just show you, because this isn't going to work. Number over partition by you name order by you So I'm telling it to order it, then number it. But is this 4? Because it wants to group by. So we're going to have an issue here. But is row number a... We may have... This is going to... Really? This worked? Of course we do want this ranked. This is... dense rank. Or since we want the top one, right? Find the name of the user with the greatest. Okay. Needs to be... Oh, we are going to have an issue then. Sorry. All right, so now I'm not thinking about this very well. Hey, baby. No, I am. Let's see. So we really want to order this twice and then rank. Interesting. Well, now I'm a little stumped. Let's think about this. So we need to have, because we have total here. Partition by, see, this is okay, look. I did name and name. It's partition by here, order by here. That's where I'm missing. Partition by total. Now, well, we're gonna find out. Didn't think row number. Well, I didn't. I had never tried this. All right, total. Partition by total. All right, maybe this does need to be in a subquery. All right, let's throw this in a CTE with total with count with total as. Let's do this, then select star from total, then throw in rank, because if it's a tie, rank over partition by total, order by name. Why is name? I want to get this right. Name is a keyword. It's acting like name is a keyword. All right, so we're going to do this. Deal with that. Let's see what this comes out as. And that may have been the problem the first time, is because we can't spell partition. So if you're new here, I can't spell. So don't get hung up on that. Doesn't have anything to do with designing. All right. How is so we're ordering, so it's order. What? This is not, wait a minute, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K. Partition by, order by. Partition by total, order by name. All right, so let's see what I'm missing. Over function SQL. What am I missing? I want over partition by column. I'm partitioning by total. Descending. This doesn't feel right, but that may be right. Let's go back and look. Doesn't like that. All right. What is it not like? Partition descending, partition by total. Rank over, partition by. Do I have some syntax wrong? Let's see. Sum over, partition by article as partition by. Let's just get rid of order by descending. All right, so let's just do this. Let's do increment. Let's do some incremental, and let's check this out and see what we're getting. All right. Apparently I don't use rank and over enough. This is why we're practicing this. Okay. So I want these two. So I'm ranking. Let's go through. Ranking is, well, we did top salary. What am I missing? Let's see. Let's see what I'm missing. Okay, no, it's not sum. Sorry, I just had a blank. I was like, "Ooh, is it supposed to be sum?" But no, we're counting records and rows because each row is a movie review. All right, each row is a movie review, and then each row is a movie review. So we have to count each row. We're partitioning by. Okay, so we have I was worried about, so you can see in the back of my head what I was doing. I was worried that I'm over grouping, but the user ID and the username, the user ID is unique. So when you group, you have to group both of them, but you won't have any issues because they're the same. They're the same primary key. That's not what I wanted to say, but you won't have multiple rows with the same name, and you will get into that when you have very similar or duplicate data, and you do have to watch out for that extremely well. All right, so let's see. Over order by total descending. All right, don't know why that took me so long. Are you serious? There we go. Yeah. So now, order by total, and then there we go. Order by total and order by total descending, and username. I don't know why that was blanking on this. So, okay, think about if you're, I hate to say Excel because we're doing a database, but if you have 5 rows and you want, and you're going to go, you're going to alphabetize. So you're going to hit down on the last name, down on the first name, and then you want to see the highest scores inside if you have the names. So, or actually, here we go. You want the highest scores first, and then you want it alphabetized from there. So you're going to hit decreasing on one and then increasing on the other. So that's what we're going to be doing here with order. So we're going to be doing decreasing on total and increasing on username. And I believe it's just going to be the exact same. Well, we're just going to try it. And then name. I don't know if I need to have this in a parenthesis block. Yep, I think we do. So let's see, order. Because you can order things like right here. I'm ordering it by total, and then I could sort this again with another, and I wasn't quite sure if we could do this in an over, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna make it work. Sort order by multiple columns SQL multiple columns in over with SQL in over function with SQL. For applying the order by clause in multiple orders and then having it, no, that's not what I want. There we go. Multiple columns in over order by. I'm on frickin' order by column 1. So is it parentheses? I'm on Stack Overflow. I do not like being on Stack Overflow. one of the things look like this. Let's try this, because I believe that's going to be it. Nope, doesn't like that. So what we want to do, all right, it's thrown up. So I'll show you where the dilemma is. Order by yeah, that's standard order by multiple, because the reason is we want rank and then would we re-rank, because we need that would solve any ties. So all right, so what was in the back of my head was we could do one, have it be one. Let's see if this will fit here, because we may just do this another. Hang on. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, has to be right. Doesn't have to look pretty. There we go. Doesn't have to look pretty, but it does have to be right. Let's see if we can put this in here. Cut and paste. Because I can't remember if you can do a rank while you're aggregating. Nope, doesn't like it. Because total by count star. Let's see if this works. One, two, three. So I order, because now I want to order by rank and here. Oh, this is really janky, but watch this. So now, now I'm going to show you something. Has anybody seen limit? So now I'm going to slice this right here. So now I'm going to do where let's say as first. Is rank not a key? Oh yeah, because it's a function, it's not a keyword. Where rank is 1, order by you name limit 1. Again, this is a little awful, but it works. Don't get hung up on making it pretty. Make it work. So here I am with Daniel. So what I did, let's go back for a second. So I ranked all these, and then I need the output to be, second output needs to be find the movie with the greatest. All right, we'll deal with that in a minute. And I'm going to show you, I think we've looked at union all, but I'm going to show you how you're going to get this to work. So, well, we'll deal with that in a minute. All right. So what I did, let's throw this limit. Let's turn this limit off. We're going to turn the limit off. So what I did is I basically just checked where the rank was 1. So I got Daniel and Monica, and I ordered it. I'm ordering it by this, so alphabetical order or lexicologically, right? Isn't that what they asked us? Lexicologically, smaller, meaning the first name if we were to alphabetize it. So smallest length and alphabetical. Just, I thought alphabetical would have been descriptive enough, but it wants the shorter, I guess. Yeah. So that means it's Daniel. So what I did, so I grabbed anybody who was first, We're going to see if we can clean this up. And then I ordered it here, and then I just basically just said, give me one of them. All right, so now we're going to do you name as a result. Does it say, bless you, bless you, results. Now, this is important because we couldn't leave it username because the other column that we're going to use is going to output the name of a movie, and SQL is a little picky about that. So both columns that we're going to union here, since they're not related, we're going to name them both we're going to name them both results, and then we're going to union them and stack them on top of each other. So join goes extends columns, union all extends rows. So that's what we're going to do here. So first one is done. Now let's get. I still don't like this. This is a little ugly, but again, it works. And then when we get a few more folks here, we'll go over. We will go over yesterday's video, and I'll show you how close we were. And if I had, I think it took me like 3 more minutes to do it, and we just kind of chopped off. Some information. So, all right. So now we need. Now, what is the second ask? Find the movie name with the highest average ratings. All right. So we need to bring. We need to bring in, what would it be, movies? Movie table. Let's bring this over. Here we go. So movie, the rating. So movie rating. So we need to bring in movie rating. To say if there's a tie. In case of a tie, return the... Alright, so same thing. So we're going to do this right here, comma, as highest movie, and then select star from. So I'm building another CTE in front of our other query because we want to rank, and we want to do all that, and then we want to pull it in. Movie rating. Is that right? Movie rating. And then we need to rank. Oh, hang on. Then what we need to do is we need to bring in the order of operations. The way that this is going to work is the way that union works is it does the entire query run, then does the other query run, and then combines them together, unions them. All right, let's see. Find the movie find the movie name. So all right, so we need to bring in some stuff. Highest movie, because we do not have in movie rating, we do not have movie ID. So we need to join movies. Hang on a second. think we have a woodpecker working on our house, so I'm going to have to deal with that today, because you do not want a woodpecker putting a hole in any of your stuff, because then they'll nest, and then other animals come in, and it's a whole thing, and it's none of the thing is good. So all right, okay, so we need to bring in movies, and then on let's see, as mr as m. You always want an alias so you're not typing all these, and then you can refer back to it. So it's a reference, so you can just kind of follow it. So you want your tables to be very descriptive, and your aliases don't need to be, because you can just go and look. M on movie ID equals mr. Actually, let's be consistent. I've never done research to find out if this is super important. I feel like it is, because I feel like I've had a couple of problems, and when I've changed it, the solution was better. All right, so here we are, highest movie, bringing it in. Then I am ranking over order by rating, right? Order by rating. And we want to double check, is we have two tables here, any chance? Nope. So now let's run how many. We are going to have a problem here. So I'm commenting this out. Select star from highest movie. Let's make sure that this shape and design is exactly what we want to have happen. I always struggle with this in this order. There we go. So my keyword as was in the wrong spot. Whoa, okay. Movie ID, user ID, rating. Let's make sure. Oh, got to do in descending. Order by rating, descending. Let's rerun this. Here we are. All right, so right now we only have one with the rating of 5, but we also know Leetcode, and they're going to be very, very, very tricky, and we're going to get something else. So we're going to do the exact same thing, where we're going to, because then we need to, and there has to be a way to order by 2, because SQL can handle ordering by multiple columns. Order by multiple columns and over function. Let's see. The problem is the extra parentheses around the corner these should work. Oh, I want to try something. Let's get crazy here. This is highest. Order by works but unnecessary. Standard way. Did I seriously? I left a comma out, and that's all that it was. Order by count, comma. Let's do here. Order by comma. Order by descending. Then this has title. So it's title and then title. But we also then need to be, let's try it here. Order by name, u dot name, and let's bring this back in. Cut, paste, cut, paste. I can't remember if those spaces are necessary or not, but let's get rid of this. Okay, let's run that. All right, any questions so far? I know I'm a little all over the place today. Oh, I want all of them. Get rid of this. And I want star. I want to see if this worked. I cannot believe I left out a comma. Yep. Well, there we go. We have just proven partition by, order by. I've got to really work on that. So what we did is, we just cleaned this up. Then let's order by rank as rank. Order by rank. Let's run this. So check this out. So we just did it. So we save. Okay. Well, I just have to commit this to memory. So we just did this all in one, basically query right here. And we ranked by, well, now what in the world would the partition be for? Partition means we're splitting. So we were to split and then order by. Partition by. So if we wanted to okay, if we needed but we are ranking everything. So if we were going to be splitting, if it was grouping that we needed to split out again. All right, but everybody's unique, so we're not splitting. Well, I did not think that I had a lot of gaps in over, but as we're walking through this, I do have quite a bit of gaps on over. All right, so now let's do the exact same here, and we'll be done here in just a moment. All right, from total, right? Total. So where that equals 1, and then we're calling it, who was it? It was name. Yeah, we want Daniel. Username as result. Uname. U_name as result. And we don't need to order it by because we're only bringing in one. All right. So we don't need that again. So then union all. If you've not seen that, that's how we're going to extend our table. And select where rank equals 1. Move this over, and now we should get our two names of, and the reason why this works, what I miss? What? Oh, bingo. So the caveat, I broached over this, and this wasn't planned. I made this mistake, but this works out for learning. You have to have the same number of columns. So SQL can't handle this because it's like I don't know where you want me to put this column. So right here, this is six columns. This is 6 columns that I'm bringing in, and we're putting it to 1. So that's not going to work. So it's title. That's what it is. Title as results. And we need to make sure that, I think it's results. So they also have to be the exact same name too. Length, they have to be the same length and the same names in the same order. There we go. All right, let's run this again. And here we are. Daniel and Frozen 2. Now the data inside doesn't have to be, but the column does. So now let's submit this, but we can kind of go over this a little bit more in a minute. So we're not doing a limit anymore because we ranked. All right, let's hit submit. So since we did a double order by in our both series, let's see. What are we not getting? Input table, movie ID, user, output, Back to the Future, Back to the Future. Why am I getting Back to the Future twice? Because people gave, okay, hang on. Let's read. All right, so if it happens to be the same rating, so the same rating gets the same, so the same movie gets the same rating by 2 people, this would absolutely be, so we could do this. How could we do this a different way? Now, actually, that would be funny. This is actually one where I think a row number would work. I know that sounds weird, but this absolutely does. So you would partition. So you would order by, hear me out. You order by rank, and then you partition by movie in case you have a duplicate movie. But we're going to handle this by only returning distinct here on the movie title. Distinct. Pretty sure I spelled that right, but let's move this over. Wrong answer. This is why I like Leetcode so much. So if we look right here, the reason why I'm getting, I have a 4 here, and if it's a tie, oh, but I'm getting two movies. All right, there we go. And let's rerun this. Here we are. So these are all very subtle and important things to practice. Still wrong answer? All right. 5 Feet Apart, Back to the Future, Shrek, Shazam. Interesting. All right. I like this one too. So why am I getting Marie and let's bring this in. All right. So input movies. Input Marie, Jade, Clara, and Will. Oh, that's Claire. Now let's see. What is our dilemma? Is that everybody? All right. The rating is 5. Why am I getting Shazam? Which movie is Shazam? Title 4. Interesting. And Shazam. Okay. This is interesting. So I have a gap. So then I do need to partition. So it wants the highest movie. So Shazam, I get Shazam, which is 4. So we need to do an average. Okay. 5 apart, 5 feet apart, 5 feet apart, movie number 1. So we need to... Wait a minute. What? What's the rationale for... I say Shazam, and the expected output is 5 feet apart, which is movie ID 1. So that is a rating of 1 and 4. I'd completely disagree with this. How they came up with this. Movie ID 1 has a total of 5. Movie ID 4 has a total of 6. So even if we were looking at the average here, this would be what? 6 divided by 2 is 3. This is 2.5. The average rating. And let's oh, wait a second. I missed a piece. On February of 2020. That's the part that I'm missing. All right, so we need to oh, this is going to be a good one. So we're going to have to take the date. Let's make sure this is a date and not a string. You're going to hate dates. Everybody does who deals with date time. We need to find out what kind of input this is. All right, so date. So we need to this is really good experience. We need to take date and we need to split it. So I'll show you how to do that, which I actually may have to remind myself. So we're going to be using what? We're going to split this. We could do this a couple of ways. This is what? Highest movie. So I'm gonna show you two different ways to do this. Where cast was it 2020, February of 2020? February of 2020. We're going to use between, and then we're actually going to slice out so we don't have to use too much data. We're going to say we're going to look at containing. We're going to parse out the date and the month. So we're going to do that. So cast string 2020-0201 and why is that happening? Okay, between. Nope. Between. Haven't done betweens in a while. Between that date and now, anybody know if leap year happened on 2020? It did. I just happen to know that off the top of my head because there was a leap year this year, leap day this year, and it's not 2000 or not a non. So this has 2029. So you have to think about that. So that's also why they picked 2020 because Leetcode is fantastic. So now we're going to tweak this again because if we looked at our test results and see what they did, I bet there is even. Wait a minute, what? It got rid of my case? Well, let's run this. So this is going to pass. Oh, and I forgot as date. As date and as date. So when you mess with dates enough, you instinctively go, is this a leap year? And then there's actually all sorts of things cast between. Wait a minute, what? Where created date, where created date between. There we are. We're getting there. Where created date between. Wait a minute. What? Perhaps you meant to refer to column Mr. Create. Oh yeah. MR. This is a very updated if it's giving suggestions. I have not been that fortunate to have that much. Where MR date. Between. Apparently I need to refresh. SQL between dates. Syntax. Between operator. Where price between blank and blank. Yeah. That's what I got. That's exactly what I have. Between, or a column between value and value. Where MR created, am I using created at. It even says it right here. That's why you have to read all of your feedback. Okay. still where created at cast. All right, I want to bring this in. I did not hit use test case. There we are. So we fixed that one, All right, run, so we don't have to kill our attempted solution. All right. 5 feet apart. 5 feet apart is movie 1. And Shazam okay. This should, yeah, all right. Create a date. We're filtering this right here. This should not be included. All right, doesn't matter. We're going to check and see what is actually coming out. So we did a video on this just the other day. Do not argue with your code. Look and see. Validate. Don't argue. Ooh, that's a good, write that down. Don't argue, validate. All right, let's turn this off and see what we're actually getting. Star. So I've got to see, always look and see, and if you can step through, we need to do a whole segment on stepping through and looking at the code. So you see what it's doing right here? This is actually very cool of what they're using regular expression to search for 5 feet apart. 5 feet. That's interesting. I don't think it's 5 feet apart. I think it's 5 feet apart. See how everything else is red? And then it goes, hey, I recognize this. This is the regular. So their unit testing they're doing right now, they're looking for this, and it's telling me, hey, in this output, I'm right. So here's my problem. I'm over joining. I'm not joining this at the right place, and that's what they're expecting. So all right, let's pause here for a second. So the way that I'm joining this is, this is a bad join. This is a bad join right here, because we just saw up here that Shazam had a review, and I don't have, none of this is matching up. So this table that I'm creating is garbage. So it is not correct. So we need to go back and fix this. So let's do that right now. So what am I joining this on? So I'm joining movie ID. All right, movie ID. Let's make sure I'm not joining it on user ID, because I've done that before. So I'm bringing in movie rating. All right. And now here is, and this is something we could actually practice, that there's a join where there, you can actually combine, I almost wanted to say join, you can combine a join and where clause, so you're able to even, because that's exactly what's happening here. So I'm bringing in, so I should not have this in my table at all. and I do. Because I have, it's right here. So let me show you. And this is also the wrong date. And let's look. Wrong. And what movie is that? That's Jade. So they're messing with us. So, all right. Join where movie rating. But I want to clean this up. Because I shouldn't have this at all. Because right now I have Forrest Shazam, and I have a wrong created date. How am I getting... And why don't I have two... I'm asking for everything, and I only have one movie ID. Okay, there it is. And I want you to look right here. Okay. What are we missing? What are we missing? February. Well, wait a second. User ID 1. Okay. Is this a... Alright, we're going to keep staring at this. This looks like a bug. But that doesn't... I know me. So movie ID. Okay, here we are. Movie ID and movie ID. Alright, we are okay. We are joining this correctly. And here we are with the... Yeah, this is exactly right. This is weird. But... are the dates. So I feel like the dates are very important. Because right now our output table... Let's reread the constraints. The constraints are going to be very important. With the highest rating in February 2020. In case of a tie, return the lexicographically smaller movie name. I love that. I never said lexicographical, and I've said it more. Well, this is the most I've ever said lexicographical. All right, rank. Because we want to partition by, we'd actually split this. All right. I don't know why partition by and order by has been stymieing me so much today. Frozen 2. But I completely disagree. So this makes sense. These two, movie ID 1 and... This is Back to the Future rating. 1 and 2, movie ID 1 and 2. Does this pass? Test case, test result. Oh, shoot. Here's the code. Highest movie. Because we're not even getting anything close to this. Let's see. Because I don't want to look at the sample responses because I just disagree with this wrong answer completely. Because 5 feet apart. Is this a classic? You call me baby? No. Okay. The classic that I'm misreading this. In case there's a tie, return the smallest username. Find the movie name with the highest average. Bingo. Misreading. Let's go back. Highest average. So now we do have to concatenate. And there we go. Let's run this again. Highest average. Read it 3 times. So it's a date constraint and an average. So let's see. Because Shazam has a score. Now this makes sense because I was misreading. So Shazam, it has a score of 5 and 1, which is 6 divided by 2 is 3. So Thor is greater than 3. So we got to re-rank this. There we go. So this is correct and this is incorrect. So we need to create an average. Oh crap, can we put partition by, there we go. Partition by title, order by rating, order by average. Ooh, okay. We may have to do this in a couple of steps. So we have, let's go back. So we have this working. Let's not destroy this. Average highest average. We're going to do a standard highest average. Now we're going to toy with this a little bit. So we don't have a group by, so now we need to do average. Group by. Hey Vinky, how are you doing today? We're working on let's see, movie rating. So did my standard, glossed over, and if you look really close, they've even bolded this for me. But this is an interesting average rating, rating as average, and then group by, where blah 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 blah, group by rating. Let's run this because we're trying to be our standard. Trying to figure out our most, group by comes after. I'm going to pull that up tomorrow. We're going to look at the rules. And then having, I think, is after group by. Select star. Mr. ID, Mr. Oh, crap. How many columns do I have? Group by rating. I got, let's see. How many do I have in this? I have 1, 2. I don't, so I need movie ID. Do I need user ID? No. Group by movie ID. Kelly, help me remember to look for a woodpecker. I think we have one on the house.
What?
I think, remind me to look later for a woodpecker. I think we have one on the house trying to get in.
Okay.
Do you hear that thud?
No.
Okay. Oh, we got a ambiguous MR. This one's a pretty good one. And then I'll show you, Vin, can you still hear it? Move group by movie ID, MR. I'll show you what we did yesterday to fix yesterday's. Vin, can you still hear? And I'll show you. Rank by rating, descending. Oh. Average rating, copy. Partition by I guess I do need title. Oh yeah, we are going to need title later. Title, because we need to pull that. Average, highest, from average, highest movie, from average. Doesn't exist. Okay. All right. So the CTE is working. All right. Let's see. Bingo. All right. So now we need to do Frozen 2. Oh, yeah, because that's why. So, why can't you say alphabetically? Never mind. All right, I'm getting hung up on lexicologically. I don't know why I'm hung up on that, but all right, here we go. Let's test this case. 5 feet. 5 feet. It's now I have to look this up. 5 feet apart. 5 feet. Yeah, 5 feet apart. Not 5 feet. So they did not scrape this. Someone typed this in, which is fine. They thought about all these edge cases. So let's look and see what this is. So Shazam gets moved down to here because, like, they, in this boldness, take your time, read this, follow, listen, do as I say, not as I do. So here we are. So let's go back and take a peek at what we're doing here, because this, you're going to write stuff like this. If you deal with any sort of large data sets, you're going to have to write stuff like this, where you're going to then order by, and if you look right here, then we had to, this doesn't feel right. I think we need to partition. No, we're not needing to partition because we're taking the average. And if you're having an average here and you're ordering by, you're going to have your other titles in here. So this is just kind of trial and error and going through. So let's see and make sure if we chop this off and we do rank 1, 5 feet apart will be 1 because it's lexicologically in front of Shrek. And hopefully this won't be. So now we need to shorten this and pull out title as results. Let's run this, check and see. And I'm probably going to wrap up here in a minute because I got to get some stuff around and then get going. There we go. Look at that. Now, why is this? I want to see something. Now, why does this have two? It doesn't. All right. I think I may have gone backwards a step. Now, this is what old coworker taught me. Add a star and bring back in everything. And then you can just comment that back out. So we're going back and forth. So let's see. Why? Was I? Thought for a second I was outputting 2. Oh, I didn't add this back in. There we go. There we are. So we want our top. So we're going to uncomment this. Did I see somebody do that? Yeah. So check this out. You can actually go back and forth. So this is so weird. I know this looks weird, but you will use this. You can comment out comments. So you can just turn it back and on and off and go back and forth. It's so weird. I know it's weird. But it works. It follows the rules of SQL. So all right, Daniel and Frozen 2. Claire and Back to the Future 2. And then Maria and 5 Feet Apart. So now let's resubmit and see how we are, because this is probably going to wrap. And then I'll show everyone who's still here. Whoa, that is awful. That is so absolutely mega slow. Let's see if we can speed this up any. So we're doing all sorts of shuffling. See, now that's stupid. Now I have 70. I'm in the top 29 percentile. But let's go back. Oh, I have a CTE I do not need. Let's get rid of it. Now let's run it again and see what happens. And let's run this one more time. Okay, that is so awfully slow. And then we'll do this one more time and see. That's all right. It's all right. Let me show you what we did yesterday to kind of speed this up, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. Unless there are some pertinent questions about SQL that everyone's like, "Hey, I really don't understand this." So just there's no way around. There's no way around getting around joins and getting around understanding joins. You just have to do it. So yesterday we were bringing this in and we had too much length on our columns, and we were not getting the proper output. So I've made 2 CTEs to get our list, and I could probably just really get away with joining this on product, distinct, all of them. And then because what I did is I created a second column with the price of $10. And this is not actually the technique that would work. Because what happens, because it would actually just be 2 tables. You'd have your change price table and your product table. So this example isn't really a true design of what would happen, because you would just have a table with a product list with all of your products because you would know all of your products. And then you'd have a tracking table that would track all the changes. So this is close to real life, but it's not super, super exact. So what we did is we needed to use 3 tables. And what's funny is we basically invented a table with a 10 on it. Then we found the date and the max to find a unique value key because we needed the dates that were greater. Then we joined those back to each other, and we did a right join and left join. So if you think about it, this is on the right side, this is on the left side because they're going in order. So it's boom, boom. And then now I've created this table. And then now I'm going to take the product table and slap this on the left because I need to find out what is missing. And because my recent is the changes, then I put this back to the change date. And then what would happen is this coalesce function, which is very powerful. So you don't have to write a case when you're dealing with nuns. So when you have, none is the pandas version, null, none, null. Those are all synonymous and you can interchange them. And then if this is null, replace it with this product ID. And because this recent could have a null because it hasn't been changed yet, which is great because then the new price, if it hasn't changed yet, go back to the other ID list, our full 10. So basically setting a price to 10. Now we could get away with shortening this a little bit and doing coalesce and making that 10. And let me show you the only code that was just a little bit faster than mine. If you look at it, it's basically almost the exact same thing. And then they come through and then they order by and then they do 2 joins. So there we go. Wanted to just show everyone how we went ahead and finished that up yesterday. I did that in about 10 minutes after because I had this long, I had product ID in there 3 times, but in this technique we have two nulls and we just drop the 2 that have nulls, and then if the price is null, then we also look at the old other 10 price. So just wanted to share that today. So does anyone have any questions before we drop? And make sure you're jumping on the Discord server to get all the help that you need and deserve, because this is a long journey and I don't want anyone to feel alone while they're doing this, because it can be disheartening because you're going to hit a wall and get stuck, and you want to have a community, a team, whatever term you want to use, because when I would get stuck on a SQL query or a script that was automating a workflow, I'd be like, why am I stuck? Why am I stuck? And I would jump on a call with a teammate. They didn't even have to know. They didn't even have to understand the script or the query. I would walk them through it and be verbalizing it. You can try it and say it out loud, but they would ask a question and be like, wait a minute. And then just that back and forth would help enough. So don't if you're stuck on something, don't stay stuck for too long. So those are my comments for today. But as always, everyone, thank you so much for joining today. I hope everyone has a good rest of their day, and I will see everyone tomorrow. So I greatly appreciate it, and I will talk to everyone later. All right, bye.